Mammy, which is Graybeard Crowfather here, and I have a couple things to go over with tonight. The first thing that I wanted to go over with was regarding the book giveaway. I am pretty sure that I mentioned that I said that I was going to go from the 7th, which is this past Sunday, to the 14th, which if I did mention that, that was actually a mistake. I wanted to keep the commenting open until the next following Sunday, so the 21st. I meant to say for 2 weeks, and I probably did say 2 weeks, but I think I got my dates wrong. So keep commenting if you're interested in the giveaway of the books. I'll do the drawing for them on the 21st, which is the upcoming, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. So I just want to make sure everybody got a fair chance at getting that. So tonight's lesson has to do with making spells and rituals and magic out of common everyday things that you're going to find out in nature. One of the things that you're going to find is that nature's going to provide a very big amount of stuff that you can actually use. If you go out in your backyard or fields or, you know, a park or whatever the case may be, you're going to find a lot of common, weeds, which you're going to see are actually not, just plain old weeds. Stuff like mullein and I can't think of the name of it now. The name slips me. But you can make a salve out of it, and you can actually use them for spells and stuff like that. Now, one of the commenters on the videos, Coastal Animist, made me aware of something that I never really gave a thought to, and that's about stuff that you gather naturally through nature, and that can make a big part of your daily ritual and or magic is honey. Now, I drink a cup of tea every morning, and that's all I ever have as far as caffeine is concerned, but I always put honey in it. So Coastal Animist said to use the honey and make that as a part of a daily ritual, because that comes from nature and it's provided by the goddess and the god. And I never gave that a second thought. So if you can get some of these honey sticks, or just go to the store or find a local honey dealer. If you like honey, you can actually use that as a particular little ritual every day if you'd like. One of the other things that I did was for a ritual, I found, this is a actual Smoky Quartz. I can't tell if that's but tied and glued to it is a bone from a coyote foot. And I'm sure where you're at, there's probably a good amount of coyotes and or animals that you can probably find these types of bones and whatnot in the woods. Don't be afraid of them. If you think it's kind of gross, it's death is just a part of life, and if you can reuse some of that in a ritual or a spell, go ahead and do so. It's not grotesque, it's not satanic, it's not disgusting. The only difference being is that you want to make sure that the bones are as clean as you can. Now, if you know anybody that's got any flesh-eating beetles, you can take the animal carcass to them and it'll strip clean the bones. Or there's ways that you can find out how to clean the remnants off of a carcass and get the bones. But yeah, I use this for a ritual. The coyote bone, when I did the ritual, represented the trickster who actually teaches us in life to not to be so serious and to take this lifetime with humor and creativity, and also to take opportunities and gain life experience so as to use it in this life and your next life. The Smoky Quartz are a potent power of Mother Earth, and the crystals themselves can be used to connect to spirits if you would wish, but also can be used for grounding yourself if need be. Basically, I gave these out as gifts to the circle members when they come to ritual. Then another thing that you can use, that you're going to find, or hopefully find, is feathers. Now, these are all crow feathers, and I get a lot of these in our yard, and there's a reason why I get a lot of these is because I feed the crows every day. I put out a bowl of food before I head off to work in the backyard, and they usually show up about just after, a little after daylight. Now, with it being wintertime right now, I'm usually gone to work by the time they come around, but as the days are starting to get lighter, I'll go out and put the food out, and they will come and eat. And I actually just, I love to watch the crows come and fly in, and then they'll come down and eat. And when it is getting lighter, earlier, they actually sit out there and they, wait for me, and they call, which I think is pretty cool. If you can build a rapport with birds like that, it's just an excellent thing to watch and see. But yeah, we just feed them dog food. We have, a big 52-pound bag of dog food. Well, it's normally for our dog, but I do take a bowl of it out there for him every day. But anyways, so yeah, the crows visiting the yard leave a lot of feathers. Now, this is only part of what I've collected. I use these for rituals. I make ritual items out of them. You can make a headdress. You can make for sage, you can make a fan. I actually took a bunch of little brooms that were about this size, and I affixed these feathers to the brooms, and again used them for ritual purposes, and gave them out to the circle members. That's off sides. That's one of the things I always do, is when we do have the in-person rituals here, I make sure that everybody leaves with a token of, something that represents the ritual for the Sabbath that they've been attending. I just feel that it makes it more meaningful to them. But, side note anyways. But yeah, if you find feathers, go out and grab them. Just be careful with blue jay feathers, because they are a federally protected bird, and you're technically not allowed to have possession of a feather. I did not know that when I found one, and then I looked it up, and it said that you're not supposed to possess them. So I don't have any blue jay feathers. If I do find them, I just leave them be. I don't want to get in any trouble. So then another thing you can do is, actually, if you have any specific types of tree, if you have any specific types of trees, now whether the tree is living or dead, if you're going to take a piece from it to use for ritual work or any spell work, or if you're going to use it as a tool for your altar, go ahead and do so, but remember that you always want to ask permission before you do so. So, do that. Same with any plants that you're going to cut. Ask permission, give thanks, to the goddess and the god for providing that for you. Never ever had any problems with doing it. We work with the utmost respect, so you should too. But yeah, use what you have in your backyard to make your own tools, to make your own spell components, to make your own altar tools if you can. You don't have to go to a metaphysical shop to buy stuff if it's readily provided, in your own backyard. Uh, if you're good at carving wood or using like a Dremel or clay or whatever the case may be, you can make your own altered figures of the goddess and the god. I started teaching myself how to do wood carving, and I have a small goddess figurine that I've been working on for quite some time. I really haven't had time to do it, but if you have the time to do it and dedicate yourself to it, do it, because it makes things more personal to you and your altar setup in any ritual work or spell work you're going to do. So that being said, here's going to be a first time homework that I haven't given out in a long bit of time, but go out in your yard, see what you can find, and bring it in, and make a use out of it somehow or some way. I know that you're not going to walk out in your yard and you're going to find like amethyst or quartz crystals or rose quartz or jasper or jade or anything like that, but you might find that 1 in a million rock or crystal that's out in there, or even if it's just a simple rock. Sometimes you can find rocks that have a really specific and cool shape to them that you can use for yourself as well. So yeah, that's your homework. Go ahead and go out in your backyard or a park or whatever you can and find something that will mean something to you. Unless it's like a blizzard out, don't go out in a blizzard. Just wait till this really bad weather's over, because I see we're going to be getting hit with some pretty rough weather coming over the next few days. All right, so remember, the book raffle is going to stay open till the 21st. Homework, go out and find something in nature that's provided to you that you can use. Everybody stay safe and stay healthy. Blessed be.